This video did not exist in your reality until your consciousness collapsed the probability of finding it. You drew this message to yourself. Today, we are going to explore a profound metaphysical truth about the quantum field and the observer effect. If you have always felt younger than your actual chronological age, you are not delusional, and you are not in denial. By the end of this video, you will finally understand your true power as a conscious creator of reality, and why your soul is actively resisting the collective timeline of aging. Tell me, have you ever looked in the mirror and felt a strange disconnect, as if the person looking back at you is just a temporary avatar while your true self remains ageless? To truly grasp what is happening to you, we must look beyond physical matter and enter the quantum field. In esoteric terms, the quantum field is an invisible web of infinite possibilities. Before you observe something, it does not exist as solid matter. It exists only as a wave of probability. It is pure potential. The act of observation is not a passive event where you just witness the world. Observation is a highly active magnetic force. When you observe your life, your beliefs, emotions, and expectations, force the quantum field to collapse that wave of potential into a solid, physical reality. You are not a victim of time. You are the projector of your entire experience. Look closely at your own life. Have you ever noticed that the number on your birth certificate feels like a strange, foreign concept? When people talk about getting older, about slowing down, or about acting their age, do you feel a quiet sense of detachment from their words? This is not just a psychological quirk, and it is certainly not denial. What you are experiencing is a profound metaphysical rebellion. You are literally feeling the friction between your infinite nature and the finite illusion of linear time. Society has created a massive, heavy structure of beliefs around what it means to age. We are taught that time is a relentless arrow, moving in only one direction, bringing inevitable decay. But your consciousness knows the truth. Your soul, the eternal observer within you, operates completely outside of this rigid framework. When you feel younger than your chronological age, it is because your inner energetic frequency refuses to anchor itself to the collective timeline of the masses. You are standing in the middle of the crowd, yet you are vibrating at a completely different speed. You are awake while they are sleeping. This feeling is the first undeniable symptom that you are unplugging from the matrix of consensus reality. To understand what is truly happening to you, we must examine the concept of collective agreement. Reality, as most people experience it, is simply a shared hallucination. Millions of minds have agreed upon a specific set of rules. They have agreed that at age 30, you must feel a certain way. They have agreed that at age 50, your body must begin to fail. They have agreed that at age 70, your mind must lose its sharpness. This massive, invisible web of human belief acts like a gravitational pull, dragging individual consciousness down into the mud of limitation. But here is the magnificent truth about your current experience. You are not bound by their rules. Your consciousness has become an autonomous zone. By simply holding on to the internal sensation of youth, of vitality, and of endless possibility, you are actively resisting the hypnotic suggestion of the collective. You are building a firewall against their limiting beliefs. Every time someone complains about their age, and you feel that subtle disconnect, you are reinforcing your own quantum sovereignty. You are choosing your own timeline, ignoring the heavy, sluggish script that was handed to you at birth. But what if I told you that your resistance is not just mental, but actively shaping physical matter? This brings us to the profound mystery of the observer effect in quantum mechanics. At the subatomic level, nothing is fixed. Everything exists as a swirling wave of probability, a chaotic sea of infinite potential. A particle only becomes a solid, physical object when an observer looks at it. Your attention collapses the wave into reality. Now apply this sacred science to your own physical vessel. Your body is not a machine made of meat and bone. It is a shimmering hologram of quantum light, constantly waiting for your instructions. When the collective looks at a human body, they expect to see aging. Their observation collapses the wave into a state of decay. But you are the ultimate observer of your own universe. By holding the frequency of youth, by feeling it in your core, your observation overrides the collective expectation. You are instructing your cells to vibrate at a higher, purer frequency. You are literally collapsing a different wave of probability into your physical experience. You are not getting older. You are simply updating the software of your holographic avatar. Imagine the quantum field as an infinite ocean of pure potential. It is an intelligent, living web of energy that surrounds you, penetrates you, and responds to your every thought. This field does not understand human concepts like yesterday or tomorrow. It only understands the frequency you are broadcasting in the eternal now. When you walk through the world feeling vibrant, curious, and unburdened by the years, you are sending a powerful electrical signal into this ocean. The field is completely neutral. It does not judge, and it does not count the candles on your birthday cake. It simply acts as a flawless mirror, reflecting your internal state back to you as physical circumstances. If you broadcast the heavy, tired energy of someone who believes their best days are behind them, the field will dutifully manifest situations that confirm that belief. But because you are vibrating with the essence of youth, the field has no choice but to bend to your will. It reorganizes atoms, manipulates circumstances, and shifts probabilities to match your energetic signature. You are actively commanding the universe to keep you energized, relevant, and infinitely expanding. This is precisely why looking in the mirror can sometimes feel so strange. You might see a reflection that shows the passage of time, perhaps a new line on your face, or a change in your physical form. But instead of identifying with that image, you experience a moment of profound cognitive dissonance. Your inner voice whispers, "That is not me. That is merely the spacesuit I am wearing." This moment of detachment is a massive quantum victory. Most people look in the mirror, see a sign of aging, and immediately internalize it. They feel a drop in their emotional state, they accept the defeat, and in doing so, they command their body to accelerate the aging process. But you do the exact opposite. You observe the physical reflection without absorbing it into your identity. You maintain the inner knowing that your true essence is untouched by time. By refusing to let the external physical world dictate your internal emotional state, you break the cycle of unconscious manifestation. You remain the master of your domain. You are proving that reality is created from the inside out, not the outside in. The physical body eventually has to yield to the dominant frequency of the mind. Have you noticed how your life seems to be filled with strange coincidences? Perhaps you meet people who are completely outside of your age group, yet you connect with them instantly and deeply. Or maybe you find yourself drawn to new hobbies, new places, and new ideas that society tells you are meant for someone much younger. These are not random accidents. In the realm of quantum psychology, we call this synchronicity. Synchronicity is simply the universe winking at you. It is the field providing immediate feedback that you have successfully shifted your timeline. When you refuse to age mentally, you drop out of the frequency of stagnation. You enter a stream of continuous renewal. The universe responds by sending you matching energetic experiences. It brings you people who share your high vibration. It opens doors to unexpected adventures. Every time you experience one of these beautiful synchronicities, take a moment to acknowledge it. Smile and realize that your consciousness just hacked the system. You are literally pulling experiences from the timeline of youth and dragging them into your current physical reality. You are a walking magnet for the miraculous. Let us dive deeper into the concept of parallel realities. Quantum physics suggests that every possible outcome already exists simultaneously in the vastness of the multiverse. There is a timeline where you surrendered to the collective belief of getting old. In that reality, you are tired, you are cynical, and your light has dimmed. But there is another timeline, a magnificent, glowing timeline where your energy remains vibrant, where your mind stays sharp, and where your spirit refuses to be tamed. Every single second of every single day, your consciousness is making a choice between these realities. When you feel that surge of youthful energy in your chest, you are literally jumping from a lower timeline to a higher one. The friction you feel with the outside world is simply the turbulence of timeline jumping. The people around you who are trapped in the aging matrix cannot understand your frequency. They might judge you, or tell you to grow up, or expect you to conform, but their words are just echoes from a timeline you have already abandoned. You do not need to fight them. You only need to observe them with compassion and then firmly return your focus to your own radiant path. The secret engine behind this timeline shifting is not just your thoughts, but your emotions. Thoughts provide the direction, but emotions provide the magnetic pull. Think of your mind as the steering wheel and your heart as the engine. You cannot simply fake this feeling of youth by repeating empty words. The quantum field does not respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. When you feel a genuine sense of wonder about the world, when you laugh with total abandon, when you allow yourself to be foolish and playful, you are generating an immense amount of electromagnetic power. This joy is the highest frequency in the universe. It is the exact opposite of the heavy, dense energy of aging and decay. Society tries to strip this joy away from us. We are told to be serious, to be practical, and to shoulder the burdens of the world. But carrying that heavy burden is a choice, not an obligation. By choosing joy, by choosing to remain fascinated by life, you are activating the deepest levels of the observer effect. You are demanding that reality bend to your happiness. You are proving that true maturity is not about becoming hardened, but about remaining infinitely soft and open. It is crucial to understand the danger of what society calls realism. From a metaphysical standpoint, realism is the ultimate trap. When people tell you to be realistic, they are actually demanding that you limit your potential to match their own fears. The collective matrix feeds on this dense energy of limitation. It wants you to accept that your body will deteriorate, that your options are shrinking, and that your best moments are locked away in the past. But what is the past, really? Quantum mechanics shows us that the past is not a solid place. It is simply a collection of memories, stored as electrical impulses in your brain right now. The past only exists in the present moment. By constantly focusing on how much time has passed, people continuously recreate the feeling of being old. They trap themselves in a loop of memory rather than stepping into the void of imagination. You have broken this loop. By feeling younger than your chronological years, you have stopped recreating the past. You have turned your attention forward into the endless expanse of the unknown. You have chosen imagination over memory, and that is the exact recipe for quantum creation and eternal expansion. Your subconscious mind is the master builder of your physical reality. It operates 24 hours a day, taking instructions from your conscious beliefs and manifesting them into form. For most of humanity, the subconscious has been programmed with a virus. This virus is the absolute belief in the inevitability of rapid decline. From the moment we are born, we see images, watch movies, and hear stories that reinforce this timeline of decay. The subconscious accepts this script without question and begins to execute the program. But you are different. Your persistent feeling of youthfulness is a sign that you have successfully rewritten the base code of your subconscious mind. You have deleted the virus. Your inner architect is no longer building a house of frailty. It is constructing a fortress of vitality. This is why you must protect your mental diet with absolute ruthlessness. Do not consume media that glorifies sickness or the tragic inevitability of aging. Surround yourself with concepts of limitlessness. Feed your subconscious mind visions of expansion, of health, and of vibrant energy. What you feed the builder will use to construct your future reality. Let us talk about the biological miracle that occurs when your consciousness shifts. Science is finally beginning to catch up to what mystics have known for thousands of years. The field of epigenetics proves that your genes are not your destiny. Your DNA is not a rigid set of rules. It is a dynamic blueprint that changes based on its environment. And the most powerful element of that environment is your own energetic frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs create chemical reactions in your brain, which then flood your entire body. When you hold the persistent belief that you are vibrant, youthful, and free, you bathe your cells in a chemical cocktail of regeneration. Your cells are quite literally eavesdropping on your internal dialogue. They are the loyal soldiers of your quantum command. If you constantly broadcast the frequency of aging, they will shut down their repair mechanisms and prepare for the end. But when you broadcast the frequency of eternal youth, they activate dormant pathways of healing and vitality. You are not just imagining things. You are acting as the supreme biological hacker, using the power of pure consciousness to rewrite your own physical destiny. Have you ever noticed how draining it can be to spend time with people who are obsessed with their own decline? They constantly complain about their aches, their pains, and the terrible state of the world. They have surrendered their power as creators and accepted the role of the victim. When you interact with them, you might feel a sudden drop in your own energy level. This is the quantum field trying to equalize the frequency between two objects, but you must not let them pull you down into their dense reality. Your feeling of youth is a precious, high-vibration commodity, and you must guard it fiercely. You do not need to argue with them or try to wake them up. You simply need to observe their reality without adopting it as your own. Imagine yourself surrounded by an impenetrable shield of golden light. Their heavy, sluggish energy bounces off this shield and returns to them. You remain untouched, vibrating at your own elevated frequency. By holding your ground, you become a beacon of light in a dark room. You silently demonstrate that another way of living is possible. Your very existence becomes a quiet revolution against the accepted narrative of suffering and decay. You must completely redefine what time means to you. The illusion of time is the strongest bar in the prison of the mind. We look at the sun rising and setting, we watch the seasons change, and we assume that we are moving along a straight line toward our own end. But in the higher dimensions of consciousness, time is not a line. It is a vast, open landscape. Everything that has ever happened, and everything that will ever happen, is occurring right now in the eternal present. Your chronological age is nothing more than a crude measurement of how many times your physical body has traveled around a local star. It has absolutely nothing to do with the infinite nature of your soul. When you feel younger than your years, you are actually piercing the veil of this illusion. You are experiencing a momentary flash of multidimensional awareness. You are remembering that you are not a temporary physical being moving through a linear timeline. You are an eternal, spiritual being who is simply visiting this dense physical plane. The more you anchor yourself in the eternal present, the less power the illusion of time has over your mind, your emotions, and ultimately your physical body. Think about the profound power of curiosity. Children are naturally curious. They look at the world with wide open eyes, constantly asking questions, constantly seeking out new experiences. This state of absolute wonder keeps their energetic frequency incredibly high. As people age, they often lose this curiosity. They believe they have seen it all, done it all, and figured everything out. Their minds close, their energy becomes stagnant, and the aging process accelerates. But you have retained this sacred spark. Your persistent feeling of youth is deeply connected to your refusal to become bored with existence. You still find magic in the mundane. You still want to learn, to explore, and to expand your horizons. This curiosity is the ultimate anti-aging formula. It signals to the quantum field that you are not finished creating. It tells the universe that you are still an active participant in the great cosmic game. As long as you remain genuinely curious about what the next day will bring, you will continue to manifest a reality that is vibrant, dynamic, and full of life. Never let the world convince you that you know enough. Stay hungry for the mysteries of the universe. Let us establish a daily practice to lock in this powerful quantum shift. Every single morning when you first open your eyes, you are resting in the space between worlds. You are transitioning from the infinite realm of sleep back into the dense physical reality. This brief window of time is when your subconscious mind is most open and receptive. Most people use this time to instantly remember their problems, their stress, and their age. They literally reassemble their old reality within seconds of waking up. But tomorrow morning, I want you to do something completely different. Before you move a single muscle, before you look at your phone, simply lie there and feel the core of your being. Feel the ageless, timeless energy that resides in your heart center. Remind yourself that you are the architect. Say silently to yourself, I command the quantum field to reflect my infinite nature today. I choose the timeline of vitality, youth, and endless miracles. By doing this, you are consciously collapsing the wave of probability before the collective matrix can do it for you. You are setting the energetic tone for the entire day. You are taking complete control of your holographic experience. As you walk through your day, begin to actively look for the evidence of your own power. The observer effect requires conscious observation. If you do not pay attention to the miracles you are creating, they will slip away unnoticed. Notice how your body responds when you treat it with love and expect it to be strong. Notice how strangers react to your energy, often guessing your age to be much younger than the number on your passport. Notice the sudden bursts of inspiration that propel you toward new creative endeavors. These are not coincidences. These are the physical manifestations of your internal frequency. When you acknowledge these moments, you create a powerful feedback loop of positive reinforcement. You signal to the field that you like what it is showing you, and you want more of it. You build massive quantum momentum. The more you observe your own power, the stronger that power becomes. You transform from a passive victim of circumstance into an active, conscious director of the cosmic play. You step out of the shadows and take your rightful place on the stage of creation. The universe is waiting for you to realize how truly magnificent you are. It is completely normal to experience moments of doubt. The collective programming is incredibly deep, and sometimes the illusion of the material world can feel overwhelming. You might have days where you feel tired, where the weight of the matrix seems heavy, and where you question your own sanity. When this happens, do not panic. Do not judge yourself, and most importantly, do not resist the feeling. Resistance only creates more friction and feeds the negative timeline. Instead, simply observe the doubt. Watch it float through your mind like a dark cloud passing across the sun. Remind yourself that the cloud is temporary, but the sun is eternal. Your true essence, the timeless observer within, is never diminished by these passing shadows. Take a deep breath, ground yourself in the present moment, and gently steer your focus back to the frequency of joy and limitless potential. Forgive yourself for slipping, and immediately return to your power. Perfection is not required in the quantum realm. What matters is your dominant frequency, your persistent willingness to rise above the illusion. Every time you overcome a moment of doubt, your manifestation muscles grow exponentially stronger. You are being called to become a pioneer of a new human experience. We are currently living through a massive shift in global consciousness. The old paradigms, the rigid rules of the past, are crumbling right before our eyes. Humanity is waking up to its true quantum nature. By holding on to your inner feeling of youth, by refusing to decay according to the schedule set by society, you are doing more than just helping yourself. You are actively tearing down the old matrix. You are creating a new energetic pathway for others to follow. Every time you defy the expectations of your age, you send a shockwave of liberation through the collective unconscious. You silently give permission to thousands of other souls to drop their burdens and reclaim their own vitality. You are a light worker in the truest sense of the word. Your radiant energy is a vital contribution to the evolution of the species. Do not underestimate the massive global impact of your personal rebellion. By choosing to be vibrant, you are literally raising the frequency of the entire planet. You are an essential part of the grand awakening. Stop waiting for validation from the outside world. The people who are deeply asleep will never understand your journey. They will call you unrealistic. They will tell you to accept your fate, and they will try to pull you back into the comfort of shared misery. You must realize that their opinions have absolutely zero power over your quantum field, unless you grant them that power. You do not need anyone to believe in your ageless nature except yourself. Your inner knowing is the only currency that matters in the realm of manifestation. Trust the quiet voice of your soul over the loud, chaotic noise of the crowd. When you stand firmly in your own truth, without needing anyone else to agree with you, you achieve total quantum sovereignty. You become untouchable. You become a self-sustaining generator of reality. This requires courage. It requires the bravery to be misunderstood, to walk a solitary path, and to shine brightly in a world that often prefers the dark. But the reward for this courage is absolute freedom. The freedom to design your life exactly as you wish, unbound by the limitations of time and human expectation. As we reach the culmination of this transmission, I want you to feel the truth of these words echoing in your very DNA. The feeling of being younger than your years is the ultimate proof that you are not a body with a soul, but a soul operating a body. You are the infinite observer, gazing through the lens of human experience. You have hacked the timeline, you have seen through the illusion of aging, and you have reclaimed your power as the conscious creator of your reality. Embrace this beautiful rebellion, nurture your curiosity, protect your energy, and fiercely maintain your frequency of joy. The universe is not happening to you, it is responding to you. Every single atom in existence is waiting for your command. Step forward with confidence, knowing that time is nothing but a tool for your own expansion. You are ageless, you are limitless, and you are just getting started. The greatest chapters of your cosmic journey are not behind you. They are unfolding right now, in this magnificent eternal present. Allow this realization to sink deep into your bones. You are the architect, and your masterpiece is your own vibrant, eternal life. Remember this final truth. You are not a physical being moving through time. You are the eternal creator, and time is moving through you. Your observation literally shapes the atoms of your body and the events of your life. Thank you for stepping into this space of profound remembering with me today. If you are ready to claim this frequency, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. To permanently anchor this new timeline, write this exact activation phrase in the comments below. I am the observer, manifesting my own reality. Now I want to ask you, what specific signs or synchronicities have you noticed lately that prove you are shifting your timeline? Share your magic with us.